Pollock had gone crazy. I want to share with you. And we have a very weird history.
Sure, let me see the bug.
The geometric is really quick, so
amazing people, the syntax.
Good morning, everyone. At least the rain has stopped. It's a beautiful day with blue skies, but it's still very cold. So first things first, coffee for me.
Nobody asked, but here's a fun fact. As someone who loves food as much as I do, I hardly ever eat breakfast, but when I do, I keep it classic. The two changes here is that I use this onion seed naan bread, which I recently discovered, but everything else is pretty simple, and this is how I like it, and with spinach.
Entrepreneurs, seasoned business executives, as well as founders, funders, and down the evening, record on repeat, a little while. Yeah, caught in my apartment.
Good morning, everyone. So I've just finished my tour of the Ideas Cartel premises at the Foundry. So now I got to find out what the hotels look like. In fact, they're already open. Some people are already staying there. But I got to see some really cool rooms, where the working spaces are, the boardrooms. And I think I'm definitely going to start working from here as well, because as a member, I get some discounts. And people are always surprised at how affordable co-working spaces can actually make life being. Like at home, I can never print stuff because I don't have a printer, and here they have all the facilities. Because like everyone, I've chosen to completely isolate during this lockdown. I haven't seen many people, and I only really go out for essentials and meetings. So I took this day where I had some time outside to just come out here and take a breather. Because nature relaxes me, I actually took this moment also to reflect on a very confronting conversation I'd had the night before with life coach Barrett Paul. I've included a fraction of the conversation at the end of this video, but the rest is on his IGTV. While we're on the subject of my obsession with nature, at home I've got two plants that seem to be infested with something, so I called out to the plant whisperer Nyaki for help.
Hello. You watching the sunset? Geez, could I just talk through this? That would be amazing. Oh, have to see
Damn
your
it.
face. Ah.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I am good.
Sure, let me see the bugs. Are the bugs the ones that you posted on your stories?
Yes. That looks quite bad, right?
Yeah. So bugs generally are just.
So this is the one. So this is the
Baboon.
Yeah. So
Worst plant for bugs ever.
Yeah.
It either looks like it's either aphids or scale.
Okay.
But both of them are pests.
Okay.
And is that the same one that has ants?
Yes, it's the exact same one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So
Nyaki was able to put me at ease and tell me that it was aphids or scales and recommended neem oil, which definitely worked. When it comes to sustainability, it's something that I care about and I've tried to observe as much as I can. It's always really difficult to know how far to take it without being a hypocrite. Some of the footage that I lost was an unboxing of a drop that I got from The Joinery, which is a sustainable brand. It's local, and they make products out of recycled plastics, which otherwise end up in the oceans or in landfills. How I actually found out about the brand initially was through Twig, with a non-profit organization that focuses on highlighting sustainable brands. And this is the bag. I especially like the crazy sort of like splattered if Jackson Pollock had gone crazy on it. So yeah, so guys, check out The Joinery. It's a lot. So with every passing year, there are new lists that get released, and every list always promises to be the final list of the best wine farms to visit when you come to South Africa. Now, there's one farm that is never off that list, and that's delairegraff. It's one of the most beautiful farms in the country. It's perched in a very beautiful position. It has great views, great wines, beautiful hotel, big spa, and it's just so incredibly curated, and the service is so over the top as well. So I'm excited to have received a box from them that I'm gonna unbox now. So I'm not necessarily gonna drink everything, but I'm just gonna taste it, and I've got my trusty Spiegelau tasting glass to taste it, and yeah, so let's unbox. Rather than me just blabbering on about the contents, I just thought it would be easier to just show you. Okay, so I know I said that I took out my glass because I wanted to taste this with you on camera, but it's a 2017 and I know this wine, it's quite rich and it's been aged for like 18 months in oak barrels, so I would love to probably decant it a little bit, so I won't do that right now. I'll decant it, and if I have time later I'll film when I'm actually tasting it, but I'm really excited. So the next unboxing that we're going to be doing is this one package I got from Pringle. So let's see what's inside it. And I've taken off my shoes. I'm wearing my comfy slippers. I'm at home, no shame. DSZ jersey from Pringle of Scotland. Enclosed you'll discover a beautifully packaged Pringle of Scotland garment gifted to you. Should we try it on and see if it works? Probably won't work with the outfit I'm wearing right now, so I should probably change. But I love like an oversized knit at the moment. It's like the most comfiest thing to wear, and then you get like just like, oh, this is even better. You know?
So thanks.
Yeah, I think I like it. Imagine my excitement when I go home and I have a new discovery that I'm obsessed with batch cocktails at the moment. Why? Because we can't go to bars, but we still want good quality drinks. Now, I've got a new favorite that I've just discovered, which is made by a guy who already makes a really spectacular gin called Geometric. Now they've started making batch pre-bottled Cape Old Fashioned and an Afro-Groni, which is basically like a Negroni, which is the classic cocktail, which is my favorite, but made with completely African products. So it's used African botanicals. This is a local gin. It's an aperitif that's made locally, as well as the dry vermouth that's also made here. And then there's a Cape Old Fashioned as well. So the twist here is a classic Old Fashioned should have bourbon. It always uses bourbon, and this one uses Cape brandy, which is why it's the Cape Old Fashioned. And wild blossom honey and bitters that is made locally as well. So I can't wait to try these. That I simply had to get Jean-Baptiste, the creator of these babies, as well as the founder of Geometric Gin, to tell us more on a live. If you want to know more about it, there's a whole live about it on my IGTV.
Mainly for safaris, actually, initially.
Oh, cool,
For,
nice, yeah.
And beyond, and people like that. Yeah.
Oh. Oh. What? Oh, yeah.
Reflective note, a snippet of the chat I had with life coach Barrett Paul.
Awesome, thank you. I really appreciate your candor, your honesty, your vulnerability, and just this perspective, because I got to learn in this hour, and that's why I started doing these hours, was just to connect with people all over the world.
Yeah.
Because it started with COVID. Like, we were all just feeling crazy because of COVID, and now we're like, wait a second, guys. There's more that we separate from one another. I would love to hear your 5 gratefuls.
Ooh, you caught me on the spot. I'm in bed. I'm literally so close to sleeping. Okay,
Perfect time to do it. So
health. First one is health. I've suddenly realized that I'm actually a bit of a hypochondriac. Like every time I even have a sniffle or a cough, I'm like, oh no, I've got the COVID. So I haven't had it, and so that I'm really grateful for. Second one, I would say awareness. I think my life is so busy. I mainly just like travel and do like lifestyle stuff, because that's the space I work in. And that can be a very superficial world where you can easily get drunk and high on it because it's fun, it's fast and everything, and you're always on to the next thrill. So now I've become way more aware. I'm way more in touch with my surroundings and the people around me. And third one, feeling seen, I think, has become a thing for me. Because for social media, you tend to sanitize everything, so I perfect image and everything like that. And lately, during this whole quarantine, I've cracked. I've had a few moments where I've gone live and just had a rant, and which previous me would never do that. Yeah, and it's actually really therapeutic when you see someone having a meltdown. Don't pity them. And doing that, I expected like fallout, but no, it's been actually really nice. You feel embraced and you feel seen, and suddenly when you then interact with those people again, it's just a slightly deeper level of connecting rather than, you know, more the superficial one you had before. So showing up as yourself surprisingly can actually bring you closer to people.
Vulnerability.
Vulnerability. There you go. Yeah. We're trying to eradicate shame one step at a time.
Yep, that's the 10-minute mark. Thank you for watching this far.